Well, good evening. Good evening. What happened to the sound? Is it working? There we go. There we go. Welcome to Normandy Music Night for our December 2007 show. We're glad to have you and glad you came out. I know there's big competition with the Christmas parade and appreciate you making the choice. Although there's a lot of good stuff going on in the Christmas parade too. So anyway, are you ready for Christmas? You got your tree up? You got your shopping done? No? Okay. I started my shopping, but that's about it. So anyway, we're glad you're here. We're very fortunate to have Tim Thompson here tonight. Our Middle Tennessee classical Christmas just did not work out. They just couldn't make it, and things didn't work out. And Tim had been emailing me and asking me when he could come back to Normandy, and so it all worked out that we could put the show together. So we're glad Tim's here tonight. Thank you for coming, Ray. I got a friend in from San Diego. Got my in-laws here. Thank you for coming from Knoxville area. So we're glad you're here. So I'm going to welcome Tim Thompson to Normandy Music Night. Experience, because we also have Don Jones, he's international thumb picking champion many times in a row. So you might want to just kind of talk about the differences. That'd be kind of interesting.
Okay. Well, the big difference. Oh, gee whiz. To blow everybody's ears out, can you still hear me? Is your head, the difference between me and Don is that Don holds the guitar the wrong way. He's a lefty, and so he takes a guitar. He could play my guitar upside down. That's no joke. That's how he plays. He's a freak. No, Don's a good friend, so I can talk like that about him. But anyhow, I'm actually a lefty too, but I play right-handed. So anyhow, the difference is there really a difference between what we do? No. It's finger. In Kentucky, yeah, that's right. In Kentucky, they call it thumb and finger, right? Or thumb picking. In Winfield, Kansas, they call it finger style. Any way you slice it, I use all of these, except this one. That's the only one I could afford to cut off. So, but I'm actually trying to use it. So anyhow, I was out in Winfield, Kansas. I took second in the international finger picking contest this year, so it was a lot of fun. Thank you. There were 40 great guitar players, so it was a tough deal. So anyhow, well, I know Mary asked you if you're ready for Christmas. I'm always ready for Christmas, but I wait till Christmas Eve to do my shopping. I'm going to shut up and play something, and then I'll talk some more. So I need to get one piece of gear, though. I always forget this. This thing is more expensive than my guitar. I have a Christmas record that I put out about, 5 or 6 years ago, and I've sold a lot of them, and I get a lot of airplay every year, and it's when I finished it, my wife bugged me for years to do a Christmas record, and I just I finally did one. I finally listened to her, and I sold a lot of these, and I can't remember what I was going to say about it, so I'm just going to play the tune. So I'll let you know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just getting a bit cold. I'm just getting over a cold.
It's not anything we can catch, is it?
No. I got it from Don about a half hour ago. I also have a CD of hymns that I did right after I did the Christmas record. Is that on? Is that on? This is a tune that was written about 500 years ago. I don't have to pay royalties on it because the guy is no longer with us. Anyhow, this is my version of Mighty Fortress. is my song list, my records. I usually make a song list and then I never follow it. And then when I don't have a song list, I wish I had a song list. So I think I need glasses now too. So. I'm used to there being a lot of smoke and beer bottles clanging and a heckler in the front. The last gig I was playing at, somebody asked me what was on my arm. This thing here. This is just a standard issue tube sock, and it's only to because when I start to sweat, my arm sticks to my guitar so I can move it. And I can still wear a short sleeve shirt. I know it looks a little tacky, I need to get a black one, so you'll forgive me, I'm sure. My wife's over there just waiting for me to say something stupid. We've been married since dirt. She thinks it's been a lot longer than that, but yeah. What do you want to hear, babe? In two more semesters, I'm going to be calling her Dr. Babe, because she's working on her doctorate. I'm going to do another Christmas tune. Claire de Lune? I tell you what, if you pretend this is Claire de Lune while I play it, this might work for you. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't know. This is well, you'll know what this is. I did a record last year with of a bunch of every record I do, I write about half of it, and then I do half covers so that people will buy the record, you know, because they recognize the tunes, you know. It's kind of a marketing thing, which I haven't been very good at. So. Anyhow, I did a tune by one of my favorite bands of all time, Steely Dan. Any Steely Dan fans? Where's your lighter, man? All right. You need your lighter. We use cell phones now. Just flip them open and do that. So, anyhow, I'm gonna do. This is my version of Josie. This was written. I don't know. This was recorded. What, 76? Is that what, you know? This was before I was born. Anyhow. So. I'm kidding. I was there. sing one. This has nothing to do with Christmas, but it's a factual song. And I started to sing a little bit over at Don's. Actually, I was going to stop at Don Jones, my friend here. You know Don? Everybody know Don? Don is one of the most prolific writers I know. He writes about 10 songs a week, and that's no kid. I've tried to learn a couple of them. Actually, I did learn a couple of them. I need to just work them up and play them out, you know.
Well, you're better than I do.
Oh, no. Anyhow, I was going to go and see him, and I said, I'll leave at 3, and I didn't get out of Nashville till about 4, and boy, you know, it's like 24 is a parking lot on the way out here, so we got to spend about 20 minutes of him listening to me warm up, so. Anyhow, this is off my singer-songwriter record, which I don't have any with me, but you can order it on my website. I forgot to bring him. Actually, Miles forgot to bring him. It's his fault. Here I go again, my left brain talking to my right. They both know she's gone, but they don't see eye to eye. The left says get over it, try to see things logically. The right side won't stop believing that she's the one for me. One sees it black and white, the other's bleeding deep inside. I keep going back and forth, I can't get her off my mind. The left side seems facing it was over from the start. The right says this broken heart. The right side keeps hearing how she whispers my name. Left side keeps telling me that it was just a game. I got a half a mind to call her and a half a mind to wait. Well, there's hell inside my head trying to stay on the same page. One sees it black and white, the other's bleeding deep inside. I keep going back and forth, I can't get her off my mind. The left side seems facing it was over from the start. The right says that wasn't love, then explain this broken heart. Something I can do before these two sides come unglued. Thank you. I bet you'd rather just have me play and not sing, right? Anybody have a watch? How we doing? Huh? 8:30. Come, my son. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Mini Me. Miles is 13. This is Miles. And he takes his clothes off for the first part of the show. And then I make him put them back on at the end of it. So. Does he look like me, at least from behind? Anyhow, Miles been playing violin. He started playing when he was 5, and then he played for a few years, and then he took a break for a couple years, and because I brought the violin back that we were renting, because he wasn't playing it much. So, but then a couple years ago, he really started bugging me to get a violin. I said, if you're going to play violin, you're going to pay for half of it. So he saved up, $300, and then I spent $1,800. So I found out very quickly you can't get a very good violin for too cheap. So we're going to do. What do you want to start with? Sweet Georgia.
Yeah.
This is. Have you ever heard this tune, Sweet Georgia Brown? No, I just heard it last week for the first time. No, I'm kidding. Okay, sure. So make sure you're playing to that. So you play the first. clap that hard for me. When we were in Cleveland, it was an all guitar show, and there was 9 guitar players there, and I wasn't even planning on getting them up on stage, and it was in this theater, so Brian heard him play, the guy that put it together, and he said, well, you should get him up and have him play a tune with you. So it was Pete Huntlinger and Brian Hankey and me were in the first round, so I brought him up there, and I introduced him as mini-me, as I usually do. And I said, does he look like me? And somebody yelled out, he's better looking than you. And so he walks up to the mic and says, yeah, I get that a lot. Let's do Righteous Man. You like Celtic music? Yeah, we love Celtic music. Can't you tell I have red hair? And half of me is, this half is Irish and the other half is Norwegian, so. Yeah, this is an old Celtic tune. I think it's an old Celtic tune. It's called Righteous Man. I learned this out of it. We learned this tune. This next tune is called Bernard the Butterfly. Has anybody ever heard that? All right, I got you. Stump the audience. Well, I'd never heard the tune. I never did hear this one until last week because we learned it out of a book about 2 years ago, and so we just kind of made up our own arrangement of it. And then I heard the original, and I'm like, wow, we do it totally different. But you know, I actually think ours is better. But so, yeah, this is called Bernard the Butterfly. So please never play that one note when I do that. from him? Yeah, we like you better than you. I know that's what you're thinking.
Make a good team, keep it.
What was that?
I said, make a good team, keep it.
We're trying to work him into the whole show, you know? I mean, he's 13, for crying out loud. This is, the funny thing about him is that it's like, all his buddies, they listen to rap and, all this, well, whatever. I'm just going to leave it at that. And, but, he likes jazz and, bluegrass and, so we're gonna do a tune that I've been playing since, when I really started getting into jazz. This is All of Me. Have you heard that one? Frank Sinatra, right? All of me. You want me to sing? No, I'm kidding. No. Yeah, no? Is that what you said? It is a blast. I love getting him up here with me because it's a lot of fun, playing with you kids.
Just sit down and cry.
What'd you say, Don? Go sit on your brat.
He's just jealous.
Couple of, before I finished my last record. As an instrumentalist, I'm always I'm either writing or trying to think of tunes to do, and you don't want to just take the tune and just do the same thing that everybody else has done with it, or play the melody, And I was sitting around one night trying to figure out, or one day, I can't remember if it was daytime or nighttime, and I started thinking about this. Okay, now you know that one, right? Unless you've been living under a rock for the last 50 years or so. Anyhow, so I came up with this goofy bass line. I thought, well, I'll just try something different with this and see what I can do with it. So, okay, so that's the bass line, But how can I play those both together? And so, anyhow, I decided it can't be done, so I moved on to a different tune. decided that I needed to do a blues version of it too. Not done yet. So I did this as a medley with Eleanor Rigby and a Beatles. It's hard to play and talk at the same time. You can like chew and gum and walk at the same time. I can't do that. Well, anyhow, I did this as a medley one time. Somebody came up to me and says, "You know, that's really weird. You did Eleanor Rigby and then you did the Flintstones right after it," because I did, you know, where the part, "Oh, look at all the lonely people, where do they all come from?" You know, and then the Flintstones. How am I doing on time?
I'm just cramping in my fingers.
Mine are too. How about another Christmas tune? One more? Boy, this went quick. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave you with this. I want to thank everybody for coming out. It's been an hour already? Wow. Dang. You can play longer. No, well, yeah. Well, no, I don't want to, bore y'all.
Now the Christmas parade's over by now.
Let's have our own parade. I'm trying to think of one of my. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this. This is one of my favorite Christmas tunes. Anyhow, I have thousands of CDs in the trunk of my car. If y'all want to pick anything up, I don't have anything with me singing on it. I forgot them at home, so I have three of my. I have a Christmas record, and then Revved Up is got the Flintstones on it, and then I have another jazz record. So thank you all for coming out. I don't know how that did, but more of my kids. Oh, I will, sure.
Just one more.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll do one more. You guys like Latin music?
Sure.
How about Brazilian music? To be more specific. Joe Beam. Anybody heard? Girl from Ipanema? You've heard that song, right? I'm not going to do that. That and Proud Mary, I'm not going to do. I'm not going to play it again. Sorry. Anyhow, this is. I'm going to do a tune. This is from one of my favorite writers. Actually, I compared Don Jones to this guy, Joe Beam. Because he's just writes great melodies. And anyhow, this is my favorite Joe Beam tune. It's called How Insensitive. Thank you. I appreciate it.
commitment I have to Normandy Music Night, having you come at least once a year, because that's what this show this month was going to be, was college folks from MTSU, and it was going to be an effort to bring youth musicians into Normandy. But anyway, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much, Tim. This is awesome. Thank you. So as always, I ask that you support the musicians that come to Normandy Music Night. It's Christmas time, and you've heard some great music, so you know there's probably a CD or two over there that you could buy and would buy to support him for coming out and playing for us tonight. And let's see, I hope you have a good holiday. Next month is Robinella, somebody I heard when I was at the Asheville Brewgrass Festival a couple of years ago, and she's going to come and sing for us, and she's really something. So it's going to be a good show next month. And as always, on Sunday mornings, if you don't have a place you would like to go visit, we'd love to have you here at Normandy at 9 a.m. Happy holidays. Thanks.